Hi, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to continue the box method, but instead of addition of fractions, we're going to subtract. Similar strategy, and here we go. I hope you have your paper, pencil, calculator, and let's learn some, okay? Here we go. For number 1, you'll notice that I gave you two fractions, 2/5 minus 1/4. The strategy is simple. I'm going to utilize the box method to get the answer, and when I subtract fractions I expect a fraction answer. That's why I have my fraction bar. On the top you're going to draw two boxes. On the bottom you're going to draw one box. Okay. The next thing I want you to do is notice that in this problem my operation is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract and put my sign on top between the two boxes. Okay. If you're wondering how do we fill in the box on the bottom, you will always multiply your denominators to fill in the lower box. 5 times 4, 20. Again, to fill in the lower box, you multiply your denominators. 5 times 4, 20. In the upper right hand corner, I'm going to multiply diagonally to the right. 5 times 1, 5. Are you with me? Okay. Similarly, in the same way, I want to fill in this box, the upper left hand corner. I'm going to multiply diagonally to the left. I'm going to take 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Believe it or not, you guys, the hard part is over. Can you subtract? But before we subtract, I want you to know that our denominator is 20. I'm just going to list it. But what do you get on the top? Don't forget we're subtracting 8 minus 5. And just like the other video, if you can reduce your final answer, then reduce it. If it cannot be reduced, you're done. And I want you to notice that my final answer 1 is positive. And it's a proper fraction. How do I know it's proper? The top number is smaller than the denominator. The value of this is less than 1. Okay? Let's go to number 2. What did I give you for number 2? For number 2, I gave you the fractions 1/3 and 3/8. What are we going to do? We're going to subtract. What's our strategy? The strategy is going to be the box method. So, very quickly, how many boxes on the top? Always 2. How many boxes on the bottom? 1. And you'll notice that in this problem I'm subtracting those two fractions. I'm going to put subtracting, minus the difference on top. I want you to notice right now that we're going to fill in our denominator. Our denominator right here in this box comes from these two numbers. I'm going to multiply. To fill in this box, you will always multiply the denominators. 3 times 8, 24. You're getting ahead of me. You're already filling in the boxes, right? How do I fill in this one? What two numbers do I multiply? Correct, 3 and 3. Notice how I'm multiplying. Upper right, 3 times 3, 9. Okay? What about on the upper left? Absolutely. What two numbers do you multiply? 1 and 8. 1 times 8 is 8. Question for you. What's my denominator? Correct, 24. But be careful now. Okay? What do you get on the top? For your numerator, what is your answer? You have 8 minus 9. Is your answer going to be positive or negative? Absolutely. It's going to be minus 1. Sometimes your answers are going to be positive, but many times your answers could potentially be negative as well. What do you think? So far so good, you guys? Can you do this by yourself? Would you like to try 3? Pause the video, work it out, and once you're done, then restart it. Okay? Pause it now. Welcome back. I want to solve this using the box method. How many boxes on the top? Always 2. How many on the bottom? 1. What's my operation? The operation is subtraction. I'm going to put subtraction between those 2 boxes. Question for all of you. How do I fill in the bottom box? From the bottom. You will always multiply your denominators to fill in this bottom box. 4 times 5 is 20. It doesn't matter which box you fill in next, but be careful how you fill it in. You want to fill in the upper right hand box. I'm multiplying up to the right. 4 times 3, which is 12. If I want to fill in the upper left hand box, multiply diagonally up to the left. 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. We're like 95% done. What's our denominator, you guys? Absolutely 20. But now what do I get for the top? For the numerator? 15 minus 12 is 3. And like any fraction answer that you get, if you can reduce it, then do it. Simplify it. Because many times in IXL or other teachers or in high school, if you don't reduce your final answer, even though value-wise it's correct, they're going to mark it wrong. Boys and girls, can you reduce 3/20ths? I'll leave that check for you. Okay? Question for you. Do you like the box method? It does save time, but I want you to know that many times when you use the box method, chances are you probably will have to reduce or simplify your answer. Okay? Thank you for your time, you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in other videos. Okay? I hope this helps. Bye-bye.